What's up, everybody? The Metal Runner here. Still have my guest Olivia here with me today, off work, so watching her. Just wanted to do, this is gonna be a quick, short, little easy video. If you haven't watched my Hoka line review yet, go check that out. Kind of going over a couple of Hoka shoes that are good for people not familiar with Hoka. So anyway, go watch that one, pretty good. Now on to the new one. Okay, so today, I went for a quick, easy, just 2-mile run. I don't have much time. I'm watching her. I'm gonna go back for another run this evening, but I got a special one. I bought these about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Haven't had a chance to run them that much. We had the snowpocalypse that hit Texas right when I got them. And if you can hear Olivia, she is giving me some pointers right now. So I got them right before the snowpocalypse hit. Didn't run on the snow or the ice or anything like that. And I've just been kind of busy doing stuff and running in other shoes and everything like that. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce the Saucony Endorphin Shift. Now, this is in the Endorphin line. There are 3 different versions of this shoe. This is the Shift, there is the Speed, and I think the other one's called like the Pro or something like that. The Speed and the Pro are the upper tier, fast, they have carbon plates, meant for race day, stuff like that. This is gonna be your everyday, easy peasy, let's just go get some miles. Honestly, it kind of does it all for me. I have run this shoe probably about 25 miles so far, so not a lot, but enough to break it in a little bit. And I've noticed that I can pick up the pace pretty easy in this. I was doing 8-minute miles in it the other day, which is fast for me. And yes, ma'am. And if I want to go easy and just kind of go long, I did about 9 miles in this the other day, like a 9:30, 9:45 pace. So it does both pretty reasonably, and that's thanks to the, let's see, this is called the Endorphin Speed Roll technology. So it's kind of borrowing, it feels like everything's kind of borrowing from Hoka with the meta rocker that Hoka uses where it kind of propels you forward. This is their version, this is Saucony's version called the Speed Roll. So it's the same essential thing. I am a heel striker, so you've got a little bit extra padding right here, and when you hit, it just kind of rocks you forward, keeps you going. Extremely comfortable. I am so impressed with this shoe. When I bought it, it was just kind of a whim. I thought, okay, I want to try these. I wasn't sure if I wanted the speeds because I don't know how I would do with the carbon plate and stuff like that. And I'm pretty middle of the pack, easy pace runner. I don't really race or anything like that. So I got it. It came in one night when it was like 25 degrees outside. I grabbed them out of the box and just kind of went down the street and back. Very stiff, very hard, didn't feel good at all. Luckily, that was because they'd been sitting in a cold truck that were cold shoes. I actually came in and used a hairdryer, my wife's hairdryer on them, and just kind of did a hairdryer on it, did it on the insides, just kind of tried to loosen them up a little bit, put them back on, went out. Oh my gosh, these things are the Cadillacs of the shoes that I own right now. Like I said, I just got done with a 2-mile run in them, and I feel fantastic. If I could, I would go out again right now, but I'm watching my little kiddo, so you can hear her in the background. This, I would say, this is beating some of my Hokas right now. I'm very impressed, and that's, I think, part of it. I'm impressed because I didn't expect this. I've worn Sauconys in the past, and they're always just kind of like, okay, they're comfortable, but they're nothing I would do, you know, a half marathon or even a marathon in, you know, just 5Ks, 10K, stuff like that. This is really impressed me to the point of I've done a half in them. I might do a full in them. I mean, you know, you're not gonna get super great times, but I never get super great times anyway. I'm not a 4-hour marathoner, you know. Strava says I should be based on some of my 5Ks and stuff like that, but I always, you know, bonk later. So I don't know. I want to do something long in these just to kind of test them out because I've kind of kept them relatively short. But the ride is just so good. I mean, it's just so good. The heel is fantastic. It's perfectly cushioned. The amount that your foot, I'm not using technical terms here. I'm not one of those guys that knows all the stuff. Your foot sits perfectly in there. It's not too low, it's not too high. It doesn't slip at all. The lockdown on these is probably the best that I own of any shoe. And that's including Hoka. And Hoka is my #1, okay? So these are beating the Hokas in the lockdown. These are beating the Hokas in the tongue. You can kind of see it. I wasn't thrilled when I got these. I thought there's no way that is gonna feel good. That is too tall, don't care, not gonna work. Well, I was wrong. Sorry. This is amazing. It is incredibly cushioned. It lays relatively flat, it doesn't bunch up. It is gusseted, so the gussets on the inside really hold it in place. I like these gussets a lot more because they're thicker. Sometimes I've noticed that they're thin little ribbons on the side. They'll kind of turn and twist and even tear. These are really nice, very long, kind of goes, let's see if I can do it from here, about there. You can see that. That's about how long the gusset is. The midfoot, midsole, whatever you want to call it, very comfortable. Like I said, I am a heel striker. I've worked on it 100 times. I'm doing better. I'm not hitting and then completely rolling. I'm kind of hitting here and rolling. So I'm working my way to a mid strike, but I'm not there yet. But the cushion on this, when you land, is phenomenal. I don't know if I have another shoe that feels quite the same. I've been hurting, I've been pushing the mileage, it's getting warm outside, I like to run a lot, so I've been having issues with my ankles hurt, my feet hurt, shin splints are always present with me, it just always happens. But like I said, these are kind of like my Cadillacs. I can put these on and know that I can get an enjoyable ride out of them with no real issues. So again, these are the Saucony Endorphin Shifts. I got these at runningwarehouse.com. Fast, easy shipping, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sorry, I don't have anything else to say. It's a good shoe. If I had to rate this bad boy out of 10, right now, let's see, I did the Mach 4 Hoka at like an 8.4. Man, I don't know, these are either 8.4 or 8.5. These might have just a little bit more just because of the enjoyability that I have in these shoes. The Machs I can go a lot faster in. They weigh a lot less. They have a little bit less cushioning here. So yeah, those are fun. They're great. They're wonderful shoes. But this one is just easy peasy. Throw your sunglasses on, put your hat on backwards, throw your music in your ears, and just cruise. I think that's what I like about these. They're just cruising shoes. And I love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.5. I think this is probably the highest rated shoe that I have in my collection at the moment. So if you're interested, check these out. You will not be disappointed. Again, this is Metal Runner. See ya.